Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak on this motion brought by the member for Bradfield, and I thank him for doing so. I note that he is absolutely committed to a better system of service for Service Australia. And I was here for the tail end of the member for Canberra's speech, and I have tremendous respect for the honourable member for Canberra, but with all respect to her, I think she has failed to understand the nature of the motion that has been put by the member for Bradfield and also the supporting statement given by the member for Sturt. It is not the fact that we are objecting to the number of public servants that are now employed by Services Australia. We are saying, what are these public servants doing? Because by their own admissions, this Albanese Labor government has vastly increased the number of public servants in this place, around 36,000, and yet this is what we see. We are not seeing the service delivery for those public servants that have been employed. So we have no objection to there being more public servants, but public servants are here to deliver services at the end of the day. They're not here just to collect a wage, and they are largely unproductive. And the very large increase in the number of public servants, Deputy Speaker, has of course led to the inefficiencies, the government waste, the massive overspend by this government, which still fuels the inflation and fuels our cost of living crisis. So I just say to the member for Canberra, I note that she has now left the chamber, but I say to the member for Canberra, of course we know that public departments run on public servants. I was a public servant, Deputy Speaker. I've got tremendous respect for public servants, but why is it that they are employing more and more public servants and then not delivering the services? Because what we have seen in the Service Australia's last annual report, the 2023-2024 report to which my friend the member for Bradfield refers in his motion, customer satisfaction, 79 out of 100 against a target of 85. So that's a failure. Only 55.2% of customers were served within 15 minutes against a target of 70%. The percentage of work processed within timeliness standards was 71.8% against a target of 90%. And finally, only 50.5% of Centrelink claims were processed within their respective timeliness standards. So, Deputy Speaker, this is the issue that is being raised by the member for Bradfield, and this is the issue that we are speaking about. And we can see that wherever these public servants have been employed, they are not being employed at the coalface to actually deliver results. And at the end of the day, that is what the public service is there to do. So, Deputy Speaker, I see this and hear this every single day from my electorate. I hear people that have been on the phone for Centrelink. They are frustrated. They're calling my office in tears. They can't get into their MyGov app, for example, or they are people that cannot use technology for whatever reason. They are vision impaired. They may be slightly intellectually disabled, or for whatever reason, they are then left with a phone that remains unanswered. And this is causing tremendous stress to people who are already, if they are accessing these levels of government services, Deputy Speaker. Yeah, I hear the interjections. I'll be very interested to hear how on earth the honourable member proposes to defend this very damning report that has been handed down. Well, in my electorate, this is what they're telling me, and I would bet almost my last dollar that they are saying it the same thing in your electorate. It's the same in Lyons. It's the same across the country. This government. No, I'm not saying that people should use the internet. I'm saying
this is not the place for a conversation between two honourable members. And if you'd please direct your comments through the chair. Thank you.
Deputy Speaker, in the interest of clarity for those that have not understood what I think I've put as a very simple proposition, is there has been a great increase in the number of public servants that are working in this department, but there has not been the corresponding level of service delivery. People in my electorate say to me they can't use MyGov, nobody answers the phone, and the figures in this survey bear this out. This government has failed on government services. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
And I thank you.
Authorised anywhere, Liberal Party, Sutherland.